Hey friends, Brianna Nikolic here. Happy Cinco de Mayo, which is really funny because it's actually not a national holiday in Mexico. It's been Americanized. So, y'all might be celebrating something you don't know. Okay, anyways, for those that are going out, be safe. But I'm actually going to be tying this into a Thirsty Thursday topic. And for those that don't know what Thirsty Thursday is, that was like the most poppin' day of the week in college. So if you didn't know that and you got kids in college, I'm giving you a little hint. And yeah, that Thirsty Thursday is what people went out to the bars and parties and drank and had their cups, and yeah, you don't know what you get in there. And yeah, so Brianna did that too. And but I have a really awesome topic, a message that I want to share with you guys, and it's what's in your cup. What are you drinking? It could be like spoiled rotten milk and you don't even know it. Ugh. It could be really refreshing, pH balanced water. Oh my goodness. And is your cup, is it empty? Is it full or is it overflowing? Tell me, I want to hear. And so, what does that mean? What's in your cup? I'm talking about if it's spoiled and it's rotten and it's empty, that means that there's a lot of ugliness that's been building up in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit. And that could be ego, that could be pride, that could be gossip, that could be depression, jealousy, envy. All of those things can build up in you from past experiences. Or you could be filling your cup up with and have it overflowing with humility, with kindness, with joy, gratitude, self-control, love, and peace. How awesome is that? And how refreshing is that? It's so refreshing. So what do I mean by if it's empty, full, or overflowing? If your cup is empty, you definitely have work to do. Because that means that you are out in this world, probably mopey, dopey, probably seeking every good thing that you think is good that you're trying to find, whether that be through alcohol, food, drugs, a bunch of stuff, work. You might be replacing work because you don't want to fill in the void that's in your heart that you need to really be filling up with. So that's an example. Or if your cup is full, that means that you're at a good spot, but you're not working to get better, to get it overflowing. And so when you're overflowing with the goodness of, joy and love and peace and humility and kindness and self-control, that means that you're doing something daily to work on you, on bettering you. And by no means, guys, I am no expert at at this life. I'm still going through it with all of you, and so that's why I made this YouTube channel, so it's very interactive. And I'm actually just sharing from my personal experiences and the experiences of others, which is wisdom, and just the things that I've grown in the past 3 years with business and being self-employed. I had to intentionally grow on me, because if you don't grow on you, you're not actually impacting anyone. There's a almost like a stump, like a cap on your lid of who you're able to impact when your growth is like pushed down. And so for those that don't know my story, my dad, he overdosed of heroin at 3.5 years. I was 3.5 years old. He was 26, and I was under his care. And I remember that whole scene very vividly. And as I matured, growing up, it was very hard. And I carried a lot of rotten milk in my cup. It was a lot of bitterness, anger, resentment. How could you, and then when I switched over, and that happened when I was about 19, because a lot of events kind of led up to that. From that moment of 3.5 years old, my uncle died of leukemia, who was my second father figure, at 9, and then which was leukemia's cancer, if you didn't know that. And then a series of events happened after that with like really poor relationships and friendships and things that just I attracted because I was bitter and angry at the world. So I was hanging around with gossipers, I was hanging out with complainers, I was hanging out with people that really had no vision for their better future. And so when I was 19, I came across a whole new world of people that was so different from me. And I remembered saying, if they can do it, then so can I. And so it challenged me and it pushed me, and it encouraged me that I can get my cup overflowing too. And so from that day on, that was when I was 19 years old, all the way up now I'm 25, so not too long, but it's been long enough that every day since then, I've been consistently working on filling my cup up daily. And so I remember that when I started my business, I had a business associate that said to me, Brianna, what are you doing daily to grow you? What's your morning routine like? And I remembered saying, well, gee, I don't really have one. Usually I'll just turn my alarm clock off and, go in the shower, brush my teeth, and hustle and bustle and get out the door. But to have a champion life, it's going to take the day in and day out processes of starting with filling your cup up first. And how do you do that? Read for 10-15 minutes a day. Listen to a faith-building message 10 to 15 minutes a day. Pray, meditate, work out. Those are all things to help your mind, body, spirit. And we are human beings. We are not human doings. So you have to learn how to become the best you possible. And that's going to take time, not a lot, 15 to 20 minutes. Work out, 15 to 20 minutes. Read your Bible. Read a leadership development book. Read something that's going to grow you in all areas of your life. Read or listen to an audiobook. Listen to an audio message. There's plenty of them. And I can help you guys find some of the greatest sources that have helped me, that I still do to this day. And so Nemo and I, we have coaches in our marriage. We have coaches in our finances, in our business, in our parenting. We're preparing for that. Not yet. We're not planning for it, but we're preparing for the harvest to come. So what are you doing to fill your cup daily? Make sure that it's not rotten milk. Make sure that it's refreshing, awesome water that's going to fill you up from head to toe, mind, body, spirit, so you can go out there and be a diamond, be a champion in this world, because we really need you. We really do. So if this message kind of helped enlighten maybe a new vision, some clarity for you, or you're thinking of someone that could use, hearing this message, go share it to them. I'm curious, post your comments below on here, and I'm curious as to if you can relate with this analogy, or, what specifically went on in your life that kind of gave you rotten milk and you turned it into fresh water, or if you're still in the transition of getting rid of the rotten milk in your cup and turning it into good, refreshing water. Tell me. Have an awesome Thursday. Have a happy Cinco de Mayo, although I want you guys to look that up because it's really a battle, a war that was going on that you're celebrating. But yeah, because their Independence Day is not actually in May, it's in September, if you didn't know. Now you know. Have a really awesome day, guys. Talk to you soon.